Think back to your favorite childhood memory, the smell of rain, the exact shade of your first bike, the taste of your favorite soda on a scorching summer day. Now, what if I told you that memory doesn't actually belong to you? What if that soda brand was carefully planted in your subconscious while you were fast asleep last night? We've already accepted that screens track our eyes and microphones listen to our conversations. But there's one last untouched sanctuary of human privacy: your 8 hours of sleep, at least for now. Because tomorrow, megacorporations are going to realize that the most valuable billboard on Earth isn't in Times Square. It's inside your head. We're used to ads being everywhere, on our phones, in the streets, on TV, but we've always had one safe haven: sleep. 8 hours of personal, untouchable freedom. But imagine if tomorrow, corporations found a way in. Picture a lightweight neural interface that gently syncs with your brain while you sleep. At first, they'll offer you a deal, and it's going to sound incredibly tempting. Nobody's going to force you. You'll sign the consent form yourself. How would it look? At first glance, it's a total utopia. You don't have to pay rent for a luxury apartment anymore. You don't have to save up for expensive groceries. You just check a box in an app before bed. I agree to sponsored dreams. That's it. You fall asleep in a cramped concrete room, but in your dream, you're the lead in a Hollywood blockbuster. You're driving a brand new sports car along a mountain cliff. The wind is in your face, and your favorite music is blasting. You can even smell the leather interior, and that car's logo is being softly, gently etched into your subconscious. In exchange, the corporation pays your real-world bills. This changes the game entirely. Millions of people will jump at the chance to rent out their dreams. Why work two soul-crushing jobs when you can just watch a couple of interactive integrations while your brain rests? You drink a delicious soda in your dream, and you wake up in an apartment that the soda company already paid for. Everyone wins, right? You get a comfortable life, and the companies get the 100% undivided attention of their perfect customer. But it only looks perfect on the surface. There's a problem here that most people won't see coming. Nothing is ever truly free, especially when it comes to your subconscious. You're used to skipping a boring video after 5 seconds. You can close a pop-up or look away from a billboard. Now, how do you close an ad inside your own head? The answer is simple. You can't. You can't turn off your own brain. Look at what happens next. Imagine the crowds in the subway the next morning. They look well-rested, sure, but there's a strange, almost haunting obsession in their eyes. They're all going to buy the exact same brand of sneakers. Why? Because last night, they all dreamed they were running away from a disaster, and those specific sneakers saved their lives. Their behavior isn't theirs anymore. They're following a script written by a marketing team. And here's where it gets really interesting. What happens if you decide to opt out? Let's say you're tired of the ads. You just want to sleep and see your own weird, messy dreams. The system will kindly offer you a premium ad-free sleep subscription for a massive fee. But what if you don't have the money? You're bumped back down to the free tier, and that's when the real nightmare begins. Literally, it's not profitable for a corporation to show you a relaxing beach if you aren't making them money in the real world. They need ironclad guarantees that you'll buy their product. So they tap into the strongest, oldest human emotion, fear. You fall asleep, and instead of a tropical island, you're in a dark forest. Something horrific is hunting you. You can't see it, but you hear the branches snapping and heavy breathing right behind you. Your heart is pounding. You trip, you fall. A shadow looms over you, ready to strike. And in that moment, everything freezes. A bright neon sign flashes before your eyes. Your life could be safe. Buy Insurance X right now to wake up. You can't wake up until you mentally hit that buy button. The nightmare will loop and repeat until you give them your money. This changes everything. On a global scale, the consequences would be catastrophic. The entire economy would shift. Manufacturing actual goods would become secondary because the real value would be in controlling the nightly broadcast. The biggest brands would merge with governments. The resource here is finite. You only have 8 hours of sleep a day. There's nowhere else to get more time. So a ruthless war between megacorporations begins for every minute of that dark territory. And in this war, you aren't the spectator. You're the battlefield. Think deeper. How would you feel after a month of this? You'd become terrified to fall asleep. Every night would be a game of Russian roulette. What are they loading into your head tonight? A pleasant illusion for buying a smart kettle or a suffocating panic attack because you missed a credit card payment? You'd face a massive internal conflict. Do you even have a right to your own thoughts anymore? Do you have the right to say no? Society will start to pressure you. Friends will say, "Look, we all watch the ads in our sleep. Why are you being so difficult? Is it really that hard to just buy the insurance?" The guilt starts to build. You can't help your family because you refuse to sell your mind for a mortgage discount. You become an outcast. Eventually, you stop being a person. You become a function, a flash drive for someone else's ideas. Your psyche won't be able to handle the pressure. Your real memories will start to blur with the commercials. One morning you won't be able to remember. Was that kiss in the rain actually your first date? Or was it just a perfume ad they ran for you last week? You lose yourself. Your identity dissolves into slogans and logos. Looking ahead, we're facing a few possible futures. In the optimistic version, people rebel. Underground dream hackers emerge. They'll crack the neural links, creating shadow networks and installing ad blocks for the brain, giving people back their freedom, even if their dreams are just black and white. In the realistic scenario, society splits like never before. The rich will sleep in absolute, crystal clear silence, enjoying true peace. The poor, meanwhile, will scream in their sleep from aggressive ad integrations. They'll wake up in a cold sweat with a nervous tic, just to go to a factory and build products for those same rich people. But there's a third scenario, the scariest one of all. Corporations will realize that even fear gets old after a while, so they'll stop the scares. They'll start changing the very algorithms of our subconscious. They won't plant thoughts through loud ads. They'll use tiny, invisible associations. They won't sell you a soda. They'll make you love the logo. You'll wake up with the absolute, sincere conviction that a certain corporation is your best friend, your family, your religion, and you won't even realize the moment that thought stopped being yours. The ultimate paradox is that we'll probably give up our minds voluntarily. They won't need to force the chips into us. We'll sign the contracts ourselves for the sake of comfort, for free food, or for a beautiful virtual view from our window. We'll sell our nightly dreams just to stop worrying about surviving the day. Our brain is the last frontier of freedom, the only place on Earth where entry is still forbidden without an invitation. But how long can that invisible door hold when the price is finally right? Be honest. If someone offered you your dream home, a car, and cleared all your debt right now, how many nightmares would you be willing to sit through every night?